Hello friends, I'm Emily Powell, an energy healing practitioner and functional trainer, and this is the Autonomic Nervous System Reset series. In this series, we're going over a lot of different tools and exercises you can do to help balance your autonomic nervous system, the part of your nervous system in charge of the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn response, or rest and digest. So that part of the nervous system is always on that continuum between fight or flight and rest and digest. And if it gets too far over into fight or flight, all kinds of stuff happens. So we are talking about tools that you can do and exercises you can do to help rebalance it and reduce that fight or flight response and the tone of the nervous system. In this video, we're going to talk about decompression. So this is physically and specifically for the spine joints, the spinal column, but also for all the joints in the body. So when our joints are compressed, it creates extra stress. It creates stress for the tissue. It also creates feedback to the brain that the body is in a compressed state, it's in a stress state, and it's uncomfortable, it's unhappy. Chemically, the pH is going to get off, the tissue is going to get worn down. And in that state, the energy flow is also reduced, and the nervous system is going to be getting a lot of feedback from the body about how unhappy all the tissues are. Also, being in a stress state can reduce our stability muscle activation and lead to our posture suffering, which leads to more compression. Also, our life experience in modern life does include a lot of compression. So decompression does wonders for a lot of things and also has a positive benefit on the autonomic nervous system. So when we decompress any joint, but especially the spine, it sends messages to the brain about how happy the joints are. It sends happy messages. Also, the tissue itself, as the joints, especially in the spine, get a little more space between them and decompress, it increases the ability for hydration in the area. As hydration comes into the area, it's going to be able to remove cell waste and metabolic waste. And when that doesn't happen, when we're in a compressed state and there's not good hydration or flow of liquid and lymphatic fluid, everything, we end up with cell waste building up, and the pH of the area actually goes acidic. And when it goes acidic, it sends stressed out messages to the nervous system, and it creates pain and all kinds of things. So as we decompress and get more space, allowing extra space and fluid in the area will actually improve the pH, improve the chemical makeup of the liquid around the joint, like in the area, and overall send all kinds of messages to the brain and the nervous system about how happy the joint tissue and the tissue around it is about having more space. Also, the experience of decompression, of getting more space in the joints, helps the body release holding patterns. It's really common, their body has certain holding patterns where it holds tension kind of all the time and the muscle doesn't let go and shift into a new position or go through range of motion. So creating that relaxation, that decompression, and more space and length and fluid around the joint and around the area also helps encourage the body to let go of holding patterns and of tissue tension, which when there's holding patterns and tissue and tension in the tissues, it also reduces energy flow. So on all levels, decompressing is going to help physically, energetically, and also as a reaction emotionally by increasing flow and space. All right, so let's talk about 10 ways that you can decompress your spine. There are a lot more. There's lots of ways you can decompress your spine and joints. I'm going to give you just 10. All right, the first one is an inversion table. It is literally built for decompressing the spine. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's a table, a teeter-totter table basically, that you lay on, and then you can control the angle so if your head's over here by going upside down into inversion. Gravity is now working with you to decompress the spine and create space between all those vertebrae. You can also create inversion with a yoga hammock where you can hang upside down, completely vertically upside down. Or you can create light inversion by laying on a surface that you tilt. If you've got a massage table, that works great. You can bolster up one side of it by putting something underneath two of the legs to lift it up so it's no longer level. And then laying on it, you'll get slight gravity inversion. All right, the second way is to hang from a bar. If you've got a pull-up bar or something similar to it that you can hold on to and hang, you're gonna get some gapping and some decompression that way. You can keep your feet on the ground and just control how much weight is hanging from your arms, or you can hold your feet up and get your full body weight. The third way is horizontally. So this is gonna be an active decompression. For this, you wanna use either the lip of a sink, kitchen sink is a really good height for this and sturdy, or a door. You can have, if you have a door opened facing you, and you can get a doorknob in one hand and the other doorknob in the other hand of the same door. Or if you happen to find a horizontal bar surface, anything that's sturdy, you're gonna hold on with both hands and then reach your hips as far away from that surface as possible. So by the hips reaching away, we're gonna get decompression of the spine. Hands holding firmly and the hips reaching as far as they can is gonna help get decompression that way. All right, number 4, this is cat-cow with a neck hang. All right, so cat-cow is a yoga move where you tuck your tailbone and chin under, and if you desire, you can also bring your tailbone and chin up, and that helps create decompression on the front of the spine and back of the spine in turn, and especially when you're in the cat position, you can let your head hang. You can even gently sway it, let it dangle, and that helps with decompression through the neck. Number 6 is an arm and leg pull. This can be found in Thai massage, so proceed with caution, and it looks like this. Got my lovely assistant here. She's gonna grasp wrists, relax the body, and then create pull. So you can just do a sustained, gentle pull, or you can release and pull again, repeatedly. This creates decompression for the shoulders. You want to make sure your shoulders are in a position to take that, and also decompression for the spine. And then the leg pull. Same thing. You can just do a sustained hold, or you can do it repeatedly, creating a little bit of rocking for the spine. Feels really good. Number 7 is prone belly pillow. So by placing a pillow underneath your belly button a little bit underneath your pelvis, then relaxing your hands, your forehead on your hands, we can create decompression for the low back. So as the body wraps around that pillow, that low back is gonna lengthen and get flat, and the lumbar vertebrae are gonna get decompressed. All right, number 8 is legs up the wall with the hips elevated. So for this, you can use a pillow or a yoga block. And here's a side view. You can use a pillow as big as you'd like, and just by having the hips elevated, the hips are gonna be above the rest of the spine and create that slight inversion decompression. And here's with the yoga block. For number 9, we've got a snow angel. So for this one, we're gonna have the pillow underneath our spine and head, hips on the ground, legs in butterfly. If you'd like, you can either let your knees hang, or if it feels more comfortable, they can put a yoga block or a pillow underneath them. And then the arms are gonna be either straight out to the side, you can even bend your elbows, or you can put them at any angle. And this is not inversion decompression, but it does help release muscles throughout the spine to help give areas of the spine more space. And number 10 is recovery pose with a big pillow underneath your knees. If you don't have a very large pillow, you can roll up a lot of blankets, or you can use a couch cushion, which is about the size of a massage or a yoga bolster. This position doesn't create decompression by using gravity, but by helping the back get flat and reducing the curve, it helps give a little bit more space to the lumbar vertebrae and also a chance for the rest of the spine to relax. These are my top 10 recommendations for spinal decompression. There are a lot of other things you can do though. You can continue to explore this. Some great resources would be restorative yoga, Feldenkrais, Thai massage, and also decompression with an arch, which you want to be careful about and proceed with caution. like laying on a large exercise ball on your back and letting your arms and head hang and relax around the ball. So explore what decompression of your joints and your spine can do for you and your nervous system.